All right, this is a special Holder Hangout. I learned and I have a
Holder Hangout.
respect for women's basketball because of this guy right here. The 2 years that I spent in Connecticut covering UConn basketball, and this guy, Geno Auriemma, was something. So first, I want to thank you for opening my eyes up to this great game.
Yeah.
And I guess my first question to you is, did you think when you got into coaching that you would make such an impact, not only on a school, but a whole sport?
No, I mean, I don't think anybody really tries to think that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just want to be a good coach. You want to build a good program. You want to win games, and then you hope that somebody likes what you're doing and gives you a better job. You know, just like any other profession, I guess. You know, but the longer it went, and the more Connecticut got behind, and the more resources that we got, and the bigger our program got, and the more national attention it received, then we became something, you know, that none of us could have ever imagined, none of us could have ever dreamed of.
Right. And my time there, I mean, I know it's been awesome for you, but my time there was 2 years of just magical Svetlana, and then the Sue and Swin and Diana.
Yeah.
I mean, and could you kind of reflect on me covering you and how it was that time? Me, Kevin, Nathan, NBC. That time was good. You all didn't lose.
Yeah, no, we didn't lose very often. We didn't lose very often.
Talk about that time.
But it was interesting because. And it's changed, you know, the whole business has changed, obviously, for you guys. But it was unique when we had recruits come in or somebody came in, and they would come to a game or a practice, and there would be, you know, 20 media members and, you know, 4 TV stations, and not like, hey, send a stringer out there. It'd be like a real man, you know, with the camera, you know, cameraman, and doing late, you know, updates for the news. You know, there was just, we were treated like a professional team.
Yeah.
You know, the same way you're down here with the, you know, whether it's the Nationals or whether it's the Commanders or whether it's the, you know, one of the NBA or NHL teams. That's how we were treated in Connecticut, and it made our players feel like, man, we're like Connecticut's pro franchise because we're being covered.
Right.
The way a pro team is covered.
Correct.
And you guys treated us that. You treated us with that kind of respect. Mm-hmm. And that, you know, that kind of meant the world to us.
Right. That team that I covered, I mean, I know you would never pick because you can't, because it's like picking children. But that team that won in San Antonio, that was undefeated.
The 2002 team. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. No, I said that. I said that recently. I said that recently. I said, because we had throwback game the other night, and we wore those uniforms, and I said to our players, I said, you know, it's ironic that on throwback night, you know, we're wearing the uniforms of the greatest team ever to play at Connecticut, and sitting, I said it, and sitting right there was Jamel Elliott, who looked at me like, that's bullshit, you know, that you know, thinking her '95 team was the best team ever, right? And so it is hard to pick. But, you know, and believe me, I got lots of favorites, you know, the Maya Moore, Tina Charles years, the Stewie years. Okay, we had a lot of great teams, but that one was pretty, you know, you have 4 Olympians on that team. That's pretty special.
Yeah.
Pretty special.
So as you wrap up your, you know, you see the fruits of your labor, you've been doing this for a while. What's next for Geno? What do you see? Because you've always been a visionary looking forward. I mean, you've recruited, you've done so much. What's kind of the next challenge for you besides winning another national championship?
You know, I don't know because right now that's your biggest focus. You know, how do we win another national championship? What do we have to do with this particular team to put us in position to do that? And beyond that, you really don't look too far ahead anymore. You know, you're just kind of going year by year. You know, what can I do to make this team the best that it can be? Because unlike some other years where you have a bunch of returning players that have won a national championship, none of these players have won a national championship. So right now, the primary goal is to get one for this particular group, and that's kind of our it's all consuming.
Finally, your condolences on the loss of your mom recently. What did she mean to you? And when you look back at over how you've been raised in the Philadelphia area, hard-nosed, I'm from the Cherry Hill, New Jersey. In that area, it just was different. People were different from that area.
Yeah.
And I remember your mom being there a lot when I was there, just showing up and everything like that.
She loved coming to the games, and she loved the players on our team, and she built a relationship with some of them. They all look forward to whenever she came. She came to Final Fours. It became, and it's like this for a lot of older people in Connecticut, but they kind of planned their lives every winter around UConn basketball, and so at her house didn't matter, it was always get her old friends together and let's watch UConn basketball and then get on the phone with me and tell me what who I yelled at, I shouldn't have yelled at, what I said I shouldn't have said, and what's wrong with you, but I think we lost a huge UConn women's basketball fan, and but we all got to appreciate her for a long, long time, and not everybody's fortunate enough to do that.
I appreciate you. I
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
your friendship, and I appreciate everything.
You got it.
All right.
Thanks, brother.